This is ABC 7 Sports anchor Sarah Hodges, and this is Bay Area Sports Wrap.
Not the way you guys drew it up, but how do you assess a game like that where you found a way to get it done?
Just got to thank Darce, really. They played unbelievable tonight. We were that's our worst game of the season by far. But it's the end of a road trip, and we had a great road trip. So we got to learn from all the mistakes we made tonight, but at the same time, just move on.
Just one of those games where it was the end of a trip. There's travel, there's time zones where it just didn't have it legs-wise overall.
I don't even know if it was our legs. It was just I felt like we were cheating for too many pucks. We'd have 50-50 battles, and we'd have guys blowing the zone on a 50-50 puck, and then all of a sudden we'd have long shifts in our zone. You get tired, they get to change, and then you're basically screwed. So we just weren't connected tonight. I don't think anyone but Darce can say they were happy with their game. Let's move on.
Can a game like this be the best time for a teaching moment or a learning moment where no harm, no foul, but obviously you want to hang on to a game like that?
Oh yeah, that should never happen. We're one of the better defensive teams. I don't know if the stats show it this year, but I know we are. And we should never be giving up a 3-goal lead. And unfortunately we did, but we stayed with it and won the game.
Your goal there tied Rob Blake for the most by a defenseman in Kings history. Do stats like that mean anything to you at this point? Is it still cool to get that?
Yeah, of course. Looked up to Blakey as a kid. Was a big Kings fan, and he's one of my favorite Ds. So kind of cool to be with him there, and wishing I had taken this long, but it has.
How cool has it been to see Corey Perry come in and make this big of an impact so quickly with this team?
I told everyone this was going to happen. He's a great player, great pro. My goal was solely because of him standing in front of the net, and we don't have enough guys that do that, to be honest with you. He's one of our only ones, and some of our other guys should learn from him.
I think maybe subconsciously that when you guys get up to 3-0 lead, maybe take the foot off the gas pedal a little bit.
That definitely maybe happens, but we didn't have time to take the foot off the pedal. They just had the puck the whole time, and they were in our zone, and we were just battling and trying not to give up shots, and they're still getting them. So we didn't mean to take the foot off the gas pedal. They just put theirs on it harder.
I know you're disappointed with tonight, but can you look at this trip really positively?
Yeah.
4-0-1 is a really good trip.
Yeah.
Any circumstances.
Great trip. Very happy. Like you said before, we had some hard travel, getting in 2:30 in the morning and playing games and back-to-backs and traveling all over the place. That was a tough trip. So very happy with that. We needed that.
Thanks, Drew.
Yep.
Okay, maybe not the cleanest one you guys have played all year, but how do you just kind of assess that one overall? Found a way to get the job done.
Yeah, they put the pressure on us, and they were making plays. Credit to them, but sometimes that's just weathering the storm. And even if a team is connecting well, we're finding a way to still disrupt pucks, still get in shooting lanes, and take advantage when we can. But credit to them, they played a good game. But we weathered the storm well, especially there in the third period.
How massive was Darcy and just kind of keeping this thing within reach before you were able to do what you did there late in the game?
Oh, it was incredible. Yeah, he's the reason we won tonight. He made so many key saves. He was finding the puck so well, especially in those last 2-3 minutes. He had 4 or 5 alarm saves that he just saw at the last second. So huge credit to him, and yeah, he's the reason we won tonight.
What did you see on your goal there? How did you kind of see that play develop?
I just saw the far side kind of open. They were all kind of swarming the near side for juice, and I was just trying to get his attention to see me, and he made a good play. Puck was bouncing a little bit, so I just let it bounce off the wall, and it settled kind of for me. And then D-man kind of was closing, so I knew I had to get a shot off and hit my spot, so I was happy.
What's the biggest thing you learned from letting a 3-goal lead kind of disappear but coming back and ultimately winning?
I think it's just, there's going to be highs and lows in games, and there's going to be momentum swings, but you can't just let that dictate the way you're playing. Let them build confidence and let them do whatever they want at that point. You just got to find a way. And like I said, this isn't going to be the first time teams are connecting well against us this season. And it's not going to be the last time teams are going to be connecting well against us. So we just have to find a way to weather that storm. Whether they come back, it doesn't matter. We're still going to play the way we play, and we know when we do that, good results are going to happen.
How do you evaluate this trip as a whole? You guys, a lot of travel, the time zones, all that stuff, and you come away with a 4-0-1 trip.
Oh, really happy. You know what I mean? Especially with the not ideal start of the season we really wanted, but just being able, especially tough conditions here. It wasn't easy. Guys weren't feeling 100%, but we made it work, and guys got up for the game, and they did what we could, and huge credit up and down the lineup because I think everyone stepped up and everyone did the best they could, and was a contributor at some point of the game. So yeah, it's credit to the whole lineup.
The Sharks have a young core here, but what you saw out of them tonight, do you feel like this is going to be turn into another rivalry again?
I think so. Yeah, they're a good team. We were saying that in the room. They just find each other so well. They have so many good young players, and credit to them. They're building something good over there, and in a couple of years they're gonna be a really strong team. So I gotta give a lot of credit to them.
Thank you.
New coach in the hallways.
The way you guys drew that one up, but how do you evaluate just finding a way to get the 2 points in this one?
Yeah, I mean, we were just talking about it. There's no question we didn't deserve those 2 points, but there's been times this season where we have, and kind of we've come out of the short end of a pretty good goaltending performance ourselves. So we'll take it. It's great to see Darcy back in full form, type of season he had last year. So that's really important for us. They had better legs than we did. That was really clear. But what a road trip, came out, and that's a lot of character to get 9 out of 10, and we'll take it. We need a break though. We need a rest. There's no question.
Game like this, there's time zones, there's travel, there's only the one day. Was it just today where you just didn't have what you needed in the tank to play the way that you guys want to play?
Yeah, I mean, clearly we had no legs, but then we compounded the issue by turning the puck over and over and over again. So sometimes when the legs aren't there, the brain's not there, and the hands aren't there. I don't think any of those three were working in unison tonight for us. So, but we'll take it. We'll take it. It's a long season. It's 82 games. There's games like this. You're just happy you can sneak a few of those ones out.
Can a game like this be the best time for like a teaching or learning moment where no harm, no foul, you guys got the job done, but you can talk about the lead and the penalties and those kinds of things?
I don't know. I mean, we've gone through some of that before. I just think tonight we're not going to spend a lot of time on this game tonight. They're done. They're fried. They need a rest. We need a rest. We're just going to tuck that one away and look forward to Detroit.
The way the young core the Sharks have and the way they've been playing lately, do you feel like this can be another good rivalry like it was like in their 2010?
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, they beat us twice last year too, so it seems to me like it's continuing to be a good rivalry. So they have a good young team. Like I said, they got us last year, so I suspect it'll be just like Anaheim, and the California teams will just continue to battle for many years in the future.
Goal, assist, big screen from Corey Perry. How nice has it been to just see him assimilate as well as he has?
You know what? It's just incredible. These are some of the things, I guess, as a coach, you really just get to appreciate. You bring a guy like Corey and you battled against him for years. Never enjoyed coaching against him. And you get him on your side, and he just keeps going. He just finds a way. It's really incredible. Some guys, the puck just ends up on their stick. He's at the front of the net, so he gives himself every opportunity, but he still finds pucks and he still finds ways to put them in. You wish you could teach it. You wish other players could learn from it. Some guys just have a special ability, and he's one of them.
3-3 game late, you need that moment of magic. Brandt Clarke just seems to be the kind of guy who can deliver in those moments. Good to see him step up and be the guy who got it over there.
It was great, and what I really liked about it was came up the wide side, Juice delayed just a little bit. Clarke read the ice, took the ice, and got himself available. And those are the moments that he has to go. He's got the green light. He just has to make the read, and he saw the opportunity. He went, and probably surprised us all a little bit with that shot. That was it's not known what he's known for, the shot, but that was just an unbelievable shot.
You've talked before about him knowing when those opportunities are for him and when he needs to take them, but where have you seen him grow defensively, especially on this road trip as well, with his plus-minus rating these last few games too?
Oh, no, that's been, I think, since the start of the year. I think he came back way stronger. If you guys have had a chance to talk to him, he had a really good summer, nutrition-wise, and in the gym. It was evident to us right from the first day of training camp. And he really started to understand the game without the puck last year. You could see it, maybe a little bit weak, but he was coming. He understood it, and now he's just... Yeah, I've talked to him. I don't worry about him defensively at all. He knows how to play, and he'll continue to get stronger. But he's taking the right steps, really doing a nice job.
How encouraging is this trip as a whole? You come in 5 games, 5 different cities, a lot of travel, and come away with 9 out of 10 points, probably about as close to as good as you could have drawn it up.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, in the end, we'll take all the points. It was a tough trip. Lots of travel, lots of tight games. With the overtime games were well documented. The one was a empty net goal, right? So other than that, it's been 1-goal game. So it's hard. It's hard mentally. It's hard physically when you're in those types of games. Sometimes if you can get up 3 or 4 goals, it's a little easier. If you get down 3 or 4 goals, you get blown out. The guys can conserve their energy. They just kind of. They're not. They know the outcome is probably decided, and they will be able to run the lines over, and they can save some energy for the next game. But this was just scratching and clawing from 0 to 60 and into 65 some nights.
Thanks, Jim.
Okay.
Thanks, Coach.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Vernon, Miss California. Please like and subscribe to Bay Area Sports Wrap YouTube channel.